I'm pretty sure those who read this chapter, I cannot be the only one who's been mentally exhausted. I'm pretty sure there are many others who are pretty shocked about this and trying to get their head straight. So, if anything else, let's just get this recap chapter of Attack on Titan started. I'm here to give you guys a recap on a new chapter of Attack on Titan, which is on chapter 122, which is titled From You 2,000 Years Ago. So, if anything else, let's go. We see that the chapter opens up with Historia asking, what does ladylike really mean? And we see to it that the definition was given by someone of her guardian to Historia, that being a young ladylike is this girl. Like, it means that it's a kind girl who is always thinking of others because this world is full of pain and misery, and this is why you should live as someone everybody loves who depends on others, and whom others can depend on. We get to see the backstory of Ymir Fritz, that she was actually a slave, and eventually she will later on be picked on by everyone and be blamed for releasing the pigs, and Ymir Fritz will later on take the blame, I guess, since she has no power to do anything, And that king will later on take Ymir's eyes out and says you are free, and she will later on run through the forest, and people will later on shoot arrows at her, and Ymir will be the one to try to run, will always keep running, but she doesn't know where to go because she's blind, etc. And it gets worse from here because how she got her Titan power was like she enters a tree, falls deep into the water, and something attaches to her spine somehow, and she will later on become the first Titan ever. And later on, Ymir would be the one to actually cultivate lands for Eldia, and it will grow considerably very large. And because of that, she will end up getting a reward where he will bear his children, and she will use her power of the Titans to cause mayhem and victory over the Marlians, which shows that the Eldians and Marlians are at each other's throats for a very long time, centuries to present time. And we get to see to it that Ymir Fritz would take a fatal killing blow from someone who's trying to kill the king for causing so much damage and misery to everyone. But we see to it that the king tells Ymir to get up, as you cannot die by that spirit. You are our slave that was born into this world. And unfortunately for the king, Ymir will later on die, and we see to it that the king did something so despicable. Well, I don't know if it's really despicable or not. It kind of made me sick, that the king would later on chop up Ymir into pieces and tells his daughters, Rose, Maria, and Sheena, to eat her, eat until there's nothing left. We must not let her blood run out, and you must inherit her power. And we see to it that Ymir in the afterlife will see a tree in branches, a tree that has three branches, which apparently represents Rose, Maria, and Sheena. And we see that these daughters will later on have kids of their own, and these titans will later on be created and passed down. That's how the founding titan, the founding titan, the attack titan, the colossal titan, the female titan, the armor titan, the beast titan, the jaw titan, and the cart titan, along with the warhammer titan, are created. Yeah, that's how the 9 titans were created, like founding, attack, colossal, female, armored, beast, jaw, cart, and warhammer. That's how the 9 titans were created, because they were passed down to children, etc. And the king would later on tell his daughters they shall continue to reign forever, in the afterlife or in our world. Eren, who apparently seen all this, screams out in anger and says, I'm gonna end this world. Please lend me your power, Ymir Fritz. You are not a slave. You are not a god either. You're just a human being. You don't have to serve anyone. You get to choose. And Zeke, hearing Eren you're gonna end this world? What are you doing? And Zeke tries to tell Ymir Fritz to listen to his order to sterilize all Ymir's subjects to unable to reproduce, And we see to it that Eren tells Ymir Fritz, you're the one that gets to decide. You get to choose. You could stay here forever or end it. And we see to it that Eren asks Ymir, is it you who led me all the way here? You've been waiting all this time, haven't you? 2,000 years for someone to say those words to you, or for me, or waiting for me. Ymir Fritz, who finally has tears in her eyes and is sick and tired of all this, ends up using Eren Yeager's spine of her ability and activates the rumbling, while Mikasa, Armin, and everyone else all together can only stare on in terror in a horrifying way as all the titans that's in the walls are activated, and the rumbling begins with Gabby having to look at the very person she decapitated, possibly transformed to a titan, etc., and all hell's breaking loose. This chapter kind of got me mentally exhausted right now. I mean, like, knowing Ymir's Fritz backstory, and I can see a lot of people kind of like liking it, and some people not liking it because of what's been going on, you know, and with a lot of things at stake, I don't know. Anyways, this chapter, like I said, it really mentally exhausted me. Well, I think the cannibalization is the one that kind of got me mentally exhausted, and much more to come. I don't know what's really about to happen next, but one thing was sure, it's not very looking pretty right now, since now that Eren Yeager encourages Ymir Fritz to stand up for herself, or you could end the world or stay here forever, it's up to you, and therefore Ymir Fritz, therefore, after being encouraged by Eren to like do what she wants in her own free will, she activates the rumbling. So don't know what's gonna happen next for everyone else, but it's gonna be one hell of a bloodbath, and for the world to end, for everything to end like that, oh man, guess we'll have to find out. So until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Fazero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. All right, peace out. Bye bye. Toot toot.